Hey guys, welcome back to Gluten Free Habit. Today we're making the perfect gluten-free game day snack, seasoned loaded potato skins. These potato skins are a crowd pleaser and they're naturally gluten-free. The seasoning mix combined with the bacon, onion, and cheese makes the flavor amazing. You can find all the measurements and the recipe down below in the description box. And as always, make sure your ingredients are gluten-free. And here's what you'll need. Cheddar cheese, some small russet potatoes scrubbed clean, a bunch of green onions, some bacon, a little olive oil, salt, Parmesan cheese, garlic powder, paprika, and a little bit of black pepper. You'll also need a baking sheet, some parchment paper, and a brush for the oil. Start by getting a few things ready. Line a baking sheet with parchment paper for easy cleanup. Wash and chop your onions. For this recipe, we'll use the green end of the onions. It's a little bit milder than the white end, and we don't want a super strong onion flavor. And preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Now let's get started. Poke a few holes in each potato with a fork. This allows steam to release from the potato and keeps them from cracking or exploding in your oven. I've never actually had that happen, but I'm sure it's a mess to clean up, so I always try to remember to poke some holes. Now place the tray in your preheated oven, and while our potatoes are baking, there's plenty we can do. Let's mix together the seasoning. Combine your salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, and Parmesan. Mix that all up and set it aside. Now let's cook the bacon. I like to cook my bacon slowly on medium heat or even a little bit less. It seems to give me the best result and the bacon doesn't curl up too much. We'll need 6 pieces of bacon for this recipe unless you have a big crowd and you're doubling it. Because we'll be crumbling the bacon, I want to be sure to cook it thoroughly. Crispy is definitely better for this recipe. I just have a regular cut of bacon here, but you can use whatever type you like, thick cut, peppered, whatever you see that you're in the mood for. It'll all work out nicely. When the bacon is done, remove it onto a plate lined with some paper towels to dry, and pat the top dry with paper towels too. Now crumble or chop your bacon into small pieces. Set this aside with the seasoning. After the potatoes have baked for about 50 minutes, check to see if they're done. They should be tender enough that you could easily insert a fork. Let them cool until you can handle them without too much trouble. If you don't have time for them to cool, just hold a clean kitchen towel under each one as you're scooping them out. Now slice each potato lengthwise. Take a spoon or a scooper and remove about half of the flesh or the inside of the potato and scoop it into a bowl so you can use it later. You can use these for mashed potatoes or a quick snack. Just add a little butter, salt, stir it up, and you're all set. I like to leave a little bit of the potato because I prefer it that way, but you can scoop out all of the potato if you want to. It's a personal preference. I know they're called skins, but I just think having a little bit of the potato left adds something to it. Even though we'll be filling these skins with cheese and bacon, potatoes themselves are a great source of nutrients like fiber, iron, calcium, potassium, and vitamin C and B6, so don't feel too guilty about enjoying a few of these. Now set out your tray and get your brush and oil. One by one, brush a little oil onto one side of each potato and place it onto your baking sheet. Try to buy small potatoes that are similar in size so that they'll cook evenly. For this recipe, I usually buy the 5-pound bag of the russet potatoes, and because they're only a few dollars a bag, it makes this a super inexpensive appetizer. Now brush the other side with oil also. We don't need very much oil, but a little bit will help the potato skins get crispy and will add a little bit to the overall flavor. With the potatoes facing up, sprinkle each one with a little seasoning. You might be able to do this shake and bake style by putting the seasoning into a Ziploc bag with a few of the potatoes and then shaking the bag around to coat the potatoes, but I think the seasoning would get a little gummy at the end because of the oil that keeps going into it that's on the potatoes, so I don't really think that's the best method. Now turn all the potatoes over and season the other side. Place these in the oven for about 3 minutes. Now with some tongs, flip each potato over and bake for another 3 minutes or until the potatoes look golden. Remove the potatoes from the oven and let's load them up. First, sprinkle each potato skin with cheddar cheese. I'm using sharp cheddar cheese here, but you could use medium if you like as well. Then, crumbled bacon. And then the onions. If you'll be adding sour cream as a topping, then you can wait on the onions and sprinkle them on top of the sour cream later. Now these go back into the oven until the cheese is fully melted. When they're done, move them immediately to a serving dish, top with your sour cream if you like, and serve them hot. And there you go, seasoned loaded potato skins. I hope you like this recipe as much as my family and I do. Please leave me a comment down below, I'd love to hear from you. And if you thought this video was helpful, please do me a favor, give it a like down below by pressing the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next gluten-free habit recipe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.